Bless Sheila here. Hi and welcome to this mystery reading that was meant to find you. No specific subject today, just keep an open mind and see what messages the universe has in store for you. 3 options. This is option number 1 over here, option number 2, and option number 3. See which one you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. Use your intuition. And if you do need a bit more time to make a decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with the mystery reading for option number 1. Option number 1, hi and welcome to your reading. Get comfy, and as I'm shuffling the cards, keep an open mind and do say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you connect to the energy of the reading. And let's see what this Wiccan Oracle wants to say to you. And then I have the tarot, and I think I have the Lenormand waiting for you as well. Okay, but it's a free flow reading. The message over here is very clear for you. It doesn't matter what people say about you. Do what you can so that the energies of the people's gossip, of people's jealousy does not affect you. Build stronger boundaries. Build stronger boundaries, because yes, there are people talking about you right now. Yes, there are people spreading rumors, but it's not going to affect you unless you let it. There are people, you might have been wondering what you've done wrong, or why people are jealous, or why people are acting this way. And the very important message over here for you, option number 1, is that it has absolutely nothing to do with you. I don't know if you know this, but when you catch a lot of crabs and you put them in the bucket, when somebody tries to get out of the bucket, one of the crabs, the other ones, they pull him down. And this is the image that I'm getting over here, where you might be in a position where you are working towards securing a better future for yourself, when you are trying to create a different state of mind for yourself, and people keep pulling you down, because it's easier to rise up by pulling somebody down rather than them putting in the work. And here they're saying that you need to speak up. Yeah? Speak up for yourself. Let people know that they can't just be talking shit about you, that they can't just be nasty to you. There's a lot of passive-aggressive energy that's being surrounded, and that's surrounding you, rather. And to be quite honest with you, for whoever needs to hear this, you're trying to kiss a frog, hoping that it will turn into a prince. And this person is not going to turn into a prince. This person is who they look like they are, who they act like they are. They're a frog. So you're putting in a lot of energy and effort into somebody who has no magic in them. And you think your magic is enough to turn them into somebody who they don't have the potential to be. So it's kind of like a harsh truth, an eye-opener, call it whatever you want, but you will have your prince, or you will have your princess. As in, reconsider why you keep kissing frogs, why you keep seeing potential where there is none. And this could be somebody who speaks a different language, because here it's all about language, it's all about tongue, it's all about speaking, and it's all about throat chakra. And I feel for a lot of you, this is something that you guys have been working on and building your self-esteem up as well. Number 4 might be important for you. And to be quite honest with you, with this card, they're showing me stars, they're showing me success. I'm also seeing the stars as maybe people taking pictures of you or looking at a lot of pictures of you. So if you have a social media presence that's quite strong, and people are talking about you, or people are like leaving negative comments, don't let that stop you from moving forwards, because they're showing me like your dreams over here, maybe your dreams of becoming famous or meeting somebody famous, or dreams of having a better life, they are achievable. They are achievable, and a lot of people, they don't like it. It's like the more successful you get, the more dangerous you get for them, because they see parts of themselves that they don't want to see. Yeah, you keep giving your emotions to somebody else. With the cup over here, my darlings, you keep giving your emotions to somebody else. To a friend, to a family member, to somebody who isn't filling your cup at all. And the thing is, it's the energy where you don't feel supported, but you're looking for support in the wrong places. You're looking from the wrong people, looking for the support from a wrong group of people. And they make you doubt yourself over and over and over again. You value your worth, your success, your plans. For some of you, there's literally some people laughing at you. Like there's a really cruel energy. But again, it's passive aggressive because the conflict energy comes through over here, but it's very passive aggressive. And they're showing me, they're showing me the garlic, and garlic is usually something that you use against vampires, right? In all the vampire tales, it's an energy where they think you need to protect yourself from energy vampires. Let people know that you can't be messed with, that you have strong boundaries, and disengage. There's a need to put a stop to something, because with an ant is somebody who's incredibly hardworking. And here with the crow coming through with two hates, is literally an energy where you're trying to please yourself and make sure that you're not displeasing others. And they're saying that this creates a conflict within you first and foremost. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say. When it comes to your mystery message, option number 1. You're very powerful. There's an energy of power that's coming through, but it's almost like you're afraid of this power because you don't yet know how to manage it. Because you're afraid if you start talking and if you start talking back, you're going to end up alone. And they're saying that's not the case. Some people are going to fall off, yes, but others will learn to respect you more. And it is very much about respect. Like you right now, you're going through a karmic lesson of learning respect for yourself, of learning to respect what it is that you do, learning to respect your talents, your skills, and learning to respect your path that's filled with mistakes, path that's filled with wrong turns. Yeah, but there's deep within you, there's an energy of values, and that leads you to the right people, that leads you to the right person. With the lily and the ring, it very much feels like somebody new, like there's an energy of newness, an energy of romance that's going to be coming through. Somebody who's going to give you more of the energy that you give to other people without return. Because once you set your boundaries, and you have like this really strong boundaries, there is a new romance on the cards for you. Option number 1. And it does have the energy of being new, even if you're in a relationship right now or in a situationship. I'm reading new energies over here. because the smell is different, the taste is different, the energy is different. And this person, they're coming through with some serious intentions with the energy of the ring. They're not coming into play. They're not coming into bring you down or to build themselves, they build themselves up at your expense. No, they're coming through to give you the energy that you deserve. And it's, again, interesting how the snake comes through. Guys, you really need to review your surroundings because there's so many toxic people over here. People that will try to convince you that this new person is the same as the old person. People who will try to convince you that it's all temporary and that they're lying and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But the truth is no, because this new person, not only are they coming in to give you love and affection, but it has a lot to do with your self-esteem. It has a lot to do with an energy of shedding your old skin. Because if you use the snake's venom right, it becomes medicine, right? If you know how to work with the energy of the poison, of the venom, it can be turned into something that's healing. So this is what they're trying to tell you, lovely option number one. That use all of that stuff as healing. Use it to see what is really going on. Settling down. You're telling me you're finding a person who you're going to be settling down with. Something concrete. So it could quite possibly be that there are people around you guys that are full of empty promises. And here, there's an energy of somebody who's concrete, somebody who doesn't just talk, but they follow up on what they say. And you make an important decision. They're showing you that you're making an important decision where you get pissed off. You literally get pissed off. And you're like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. And you put yourself first. Maybe after a long time of putting yourself last, here you're putting yourself first. And you're cutting off people, you're cutting off jobs, you're cutting off, like it's quite drastic, to be honest with you. Because people have pushed you to the point where you're like, okay, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Because the internal conflict is the worst conflict that you can have. The conflict with yourself is the harshest because you can never win. You can never win in a war against yourself. So here you choose to become who you truly are, your authentic self. And you choose to see how much people have been affecting you. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Your hard work is going to be paying off when we're talking about money, when we're talking about career, when we're talking about finances. With the Seven of Pentacles, your hard work is going to be paying off pretty soon. But be patient. There's something about needing to keep going because, again, the wishes over here, and they're going to be coming through. So if you have a business where, I don't know, it has something to do with a lot of social media presence, you might have a YouTube channel, you might have, I don't know, a salon, or you might have something that you started maybe on your own, or you want to start on your own. This will work, but this is not going to be an overnight success. Yeah, look at this. For the energy of the world, for sure. If you've been thinking about relocating, or you just recently relocated, they're saying this was the right decision, this was the right option. Changing in where you are right now is a very good idea, even though it might feel like a mistake, even though you might not necessarily be too happy with the new place. They're saying give it time. Give it time. Because for some of you, where you are, it's not the end place. You will be somewhere else. Or you're going to carry on traveling over here. And again, they just keep repeating the same story where they're saying, don't confuse somebody's interest or lust for love. There's a person with ulterior motives who's pretending to like you more than they actually do to get what they want from you. So stay vigilant because, again, there's this energy of somebody in you that wants to come through, but you need to create space energetically. Fear of rejection is strong with you, option number one. Fear of rejection, fear of poverty. And that's why you might be holding on to the situation that you have at the moment. If you work a little bit more on your self esteem, if you work a little bit more on releasing this fear or seeing, like going a little bit deeper within it, you're going to realize it's just false evidence appearing real, isn't it? That's what fear is. And it's okay to fear, we all fear. These are very common and basic fears. The fear of poverty, the fear of being a cast out, the fear of being alone. But they want you to see that you're fearing for nothing because for you, there's a very big energy of success that's coming through, especially in love. And if you are somebody who's already been married or been in a divorce, or you're afraid of being a divorcee because of your culture or what people might say, they're saying love will find you again. And let me pull one more card because here you're a little bit worried about the money, aren't you? Let me see. Being unaccepted. Yeah, you're gonna be fine with the Six of Pentacles. You're gonna be more than fine. More than fine, my darlings. Because here the universe itself is going to bring you the energy of fulfillment through maybe a new job, yeah, or people supporting you unexpectedly. Okay, lovely. Option number one, that was your mystery message. Don't forget to claim its magic in the comments below. Personal readings are available. Do send me an email. The email is in the description box below. So there's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. Option number two. Hi and welcome to your reading. Get comfy. Keep an open mind as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name out loud or in your head. And let's see what mystery message comes through for you. I'm going to start off with the Wiccan Oracle. And then I have my tarot and the Norman waiting for you. All right, let's see what's up with you. Option number two. Okay, time to channel in your inner magic. You, option number two, this energy where you truly are on a path of a magician. It's not an easy path, not at all, because it requires a lot of alchemical knowledge. It allows a lot of experiences. It's energetically and emotionally quite a difficult path, yet it's the one that brings you a lot of power, a lot of willpower, and knowledge on how to work with energies. And you got the altar card, which has a lot to do with needing to own your skills when it comes to magic, when it comes to being able to work with energies. And they're saying right now it's not the time to play it small, it's not the time to play it safe. Something that you have been manifesting is coming through over here, despite the fact that maybe lately you've been a little bit skeptical. Because here they're showing me so many, like you've been looking for the right tools for yourself, for the right tools. And maybe they're saying it's time to clear your altar a little bit because some tools are more relevant to your current needs and desires than others. You're very powerful. As I'm speaking right now, The top of my head is kind of tingling, which is an indication that you guys are truly somebody who possesses a talent, not just somebody who wants to believe that they do. It's not about gimmicks, it's not about anything, it's about an actual talent, knowledge, and willpower to work with different energies. So if you've been questioning yourself, if you've been wondering if this is your path, the answer is yes. But your path isn't always going to be easy. It's going to be a path that's going to be fulfilling and worth it. And they keep saying right now, they keep repeating, they're saying that old tools don't work anymore. And this is, of course, a metaphor for using old coping mechanisms or using old ways of doing something to achieve something new that they're no longer working. We're saying it's time to find a new mix. It's time to rearrange the altar. It's time to maybe work with different energies. It's time to maybe incorporate something new over here. Very strong Libra energy coming through. And if you've been manifesting love, that is just around the corner. But it's almost like they think you might need to add something. Let me see. Add or remove something. Let me see what it could be. I need a little bit more information. Because it's almost like they're saying you've been using so many things, it's hard for you to see which ones are working and which ones are just gimmicks. An altar is like they're saying, like, just leave things that work rather than things that just pretend to work. Okay. I'm reading for people who are gosh, that you guys like have the gift that might be passed through generations. Maybe it skipped a couple of generations, but it's like you're reconnecting with your ancestors, because here, with the energy of the old woman, of the energy of the crone, it's like you're transitioning from maybe a novice or intermediate level into an expert. And it does have a lot to do with old school magic. It does have a lot to do with generational magic. Knowledge that's being passed on, or knowledge that was encoded in your DNA being rediscovered. And it's very rare, because now apparently it's like it's popular to to be a witch, it's popular to do this, it's popular to do that, but most of the people, they, to be honest with you, they wish that they could have the powers that you truly have. But for you, it's like you're afraid of those powers, or you don't believe in them. And it's a shame. But unfortunately, because a lot of people misuse it or misuse them, like these powers, they become devalued, if you will. But here, it's almost like they're bringing you back to the core. They're bringing you back to the core of something that you can do so that you can start believing in it again. And this has a lot to do with actual magic, with actual connection to something that's unseen, unheard. For some of you, you guys are meant to be mediums. Remote viewing for others of you. Crystal came through. So it's interesting. I was very drawn to talk about crystals, and then I got carried away. But look at this jewelry. Look at the crystals. So for some of you guys, I think part of the magic is, especially if you are somebody who creates something from scratch, such as jewelry or maybe certain designs that incorporate crystals, that incorporate stones, that incorporate natural materials, working with the elements. They're saying rearrange things a little bit. See what works, see what doesn't. For some of you, you need to pay attention to your teeth. Yeah. You need to pay attention to your teeth because they're showing me that something is, it's either something is causing erosion. They're just saying like it's something on the side, yeah? Something that you consume, you need to rethink things how you consume it. Maybe, drink your Coke through a straw or something, or drink your coffee through a straw so it doesn't stay in your teeth. But it's just something about like having to check up your teeth. But coming back to crystals, it also talks like this card is very much about salt. I don't know why they want to talk about your health, because maybe you guys are somebody who works with culinary arts. Maybe you're somebody who's very much into nutrition. Yeah? And that magic, because we can heal or we can hurt with food. So that is part of the magic as well. So they're like on the altar, and the altar can be your table, isn't it? So it does have a lot to do with actual magic and maybe magic of the herbs and the foods and things like this. And if you've been wondering if you are going to be successful, should you choose to do a business that has to do with natural foods or herbs, the answer is yes. But the crystals work for you as well. And guys, don't get me wrong, crystals are stones. It's the intention that we give them that make them work. So it's the activation. It's the activation, it's the intention, and you have the power to do that. And they're saying, see which crystals work for you and which don't. See which symbols work for you and which don't. For some of you, you might be creating perfumes. Because I'm getting jewelry, perfumes, nourishments, crystals. And it's the energy, like the energy of something that's authentic and unique. The way that you are. Authentic and unique. And your ancestors are coming through to let you know that they're very proud of you because you're quite brave, having chosen or about to choose a path that's less traveled and a path that maybe some people will disapprove of. But they approve. They approve. And again, I'm telling you, it might have skipped a couple of generations, but trust me when I say that in this mystery reading that found you out of all the readings, and the fact that you've chosen option number 2, this is such a huge confirmation that you have the magic within you. And you have the power, the intention to change your life, to change other people's life, or to influence them. And they're saying incorporate this magic into 3D. So it's not for you to like go and live in a cave and do your thing. No, they're saying it's not to isolate you. It's rather it's to bring you closer to yourself so that you can open up to the world and be okay with other people not being okay with you, but at the same time being okay with attracting people that accept you because you accept yourself fully and completely. Let's talk to Lenormand. I got very drawn into the energy of these 3 cards. And I think you guys, you have this hypnotizing effect on people. Maybe with your voice, maybe with your energies, with your presence. A lot of people like to watch you move, watch you speak. Very attractive. Okay. Spoiler alert, if you guys maybe were drawn to option number 1 as well. I'm getting very similar messages. Here with the energy of the snake, this is more like a kundalini. Like in this combination, there's a kundalini awakening. So I don't know if you've recently been interested in the question of sensuality, sexuality. Maybe you've been more aware of your body's desires, but there's showing me some sort of awakening over here, and we have the snake over here as well. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a serpent over here, and there's a snake over here, and bouquet, and the man. What I'm seeing is, with this magic of yours, my darlings, you're going to be attracting a lot of affection and attention from people. For some of you, there's a new man coming through over here, or a man making a return. But what I'm seeing is, with the bouquet, it's somebody who wants to confess their feelings to you, because they're completely mesmerized. That's what I was talking about. Like, you are mesmerizing. You're somebody who, even on your like shittiest day, you still look good. And there's a person coming through to confess his or her feelings for you. Might meet them when you're unable to travel. And like I was saying, if you've been manifesting love, the answer is yes. It's like you're gaining your strength back. They show me you're gaining your strength, you're gaining your confidence back. For a very long time, you couldn't move forwards with something. You weren't allowing certain transition to take place. Or maybe you're not happy with where you are at the moment. And you're like, I don't want to start living my life in this place. I want to start in a completely different place. But you're manifesting a person that might help you come through, might help you relocate. Queen of Cups. A softer, beautiful, softer side to you emerges, but you're walking away. You're walking away from old paradigms. And it feels very liberating. A little bit bittersweet, but for some of you, it's like living at home. Leaving your mother and father. This is what they're telling me. Because it's time. Because it's time to cut the cords. Yeah? Oh, and I love this card. Like, it's a card of chariot. It's a card of moving forwards. But the guy is a little bit unhappy over here. He's like, do I really have to go? And the answer is yes. You really have to go. It's time to go. It's time to go because you're strong enough with the energy of this magic. And there's so many. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Wands. Guys, there's about to be an awakening. Literally. For some of you, 7 months. For some of you, 7 weeks. There's an awakening, and it has a lot to do with your sexual awakening. It has a lot to do with desire, ambition. Like, literally. The power here, if only you could feel it. It's almost like heat coming from the cards. And you're moving forwards. Very strong boundaries. You're going to have very strong boundaries. The energy of hermits. Yeah, all of this is moving you towards love. Towards love, towards rethinking old ways that you used to, like, you used to think about relationships. Because here I'm seeing you being very happy. Very happy. And this is what this rune is about. This rune is of people coming together, of love, of fertility. And you guys, like, there's so much happiness over here. A true blessing. A true blessing. So make sure you claim the message in this reading down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below as well. Patreon is always at your service, my darlings, with over 90 exclusive videos, to help you rediscover yourself. Yeah, it has a lot to do with finding out who you are, finding out about your future spouse, finding about your animal totem, about your powers. So make sure to check it out. And my patrons, they get additional discounts on personal readings. So it's definitely a good value. All right, my darlings. Have a good day. Take care now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to the spotted heart over here, get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name in your head or out loud. And let's see what the mystery reading has in store for you. Totally random today. Very interesting, very intense energies. At the same time, very, very important energies. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Mystery message for option number 3. You took it literally when I said keep an open mind. And that's good because the empty card is an energy where you can now create whatever it is that you want. You literally are the artist, the painter, the creator, the sculptor right now. And you're meant to hear this message because they're saying that it's time for you to release any expectations. Like literally, they want you to be blank right now because you are somebody who's very powerful when it comes to attracting things to you, but it works both ways. Like your subconscious mind, option number 3, you're very powerful. So just for a second, I want to try something with you. And I don't think I've ever done this before, but I want you to take a look at this card and without thinking too much about it, without analyzing it, I want you to see what you see on this card, like the first thing that pops into your head. And they're saying that whatever you've just seen, whatever you've just imagined, this is the direction that you need to go into. For some of you, if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, the answer is yes. Okay, so if an owl is your animal totem, if you've been seeing a lot of owls lately, it's funny how I've been seeing so many owls lately. Again, it's almost like they're saying right now, it's not the time to choose with your eyes, because if you look at this owl has no eyes. This owl looks within itself. And here it's very much about the choice. And they're saying right now, the choice that you need to make, it should be done by looking inwards. You're looking for information outwards in the outer world. They're saying you're not going to find it at this time for your question. Because, and I'm gonna like absolutely love it if it's for some of you in the comments, you're gonna tell me that I saw an owl and an owl came through. Good stuff. It just shows how attuned you guys are to your inner vision. But here they're saying like the choice that needs to be made should not be postponed anymore. For some of you, it's a choice again to go or to stay, to go or to stay. And there's a very strong, very clear, and very loud message that they're saying you can't be number one if somebody is choosing you. If somebody has to think about choosing you or the other person, you can never be number one, even if they choose you, because they had to consider. So this might hit hard for some of you, and it might hit home, but this is exactly what you needed to hear. Reach out to this owl, reach out to, it's almost like, again, you seem to have a very strong connection to the animal kingdom, the animal totems. Reach out to the owl to help you make this decision. Meditate on it. You're saying you keep going round and round and round and round and round, but sometimes we need to go round and round to go deeper because it's a spiral. and you're only seeing it from the top, which might seem that you're going round and round, but you're actually going deeper within yourself. Mercury might be an important planet for you. And something about spiders. They're telling me to pay attention to spiders. Yeah, you're not allowing something to end. You're not allowing something to end over here. Because this is the equivalent of death. And you're not allowing something to end. A certain transformation that wants to take place. And you're not cursed, by the way. If some of you have been thinking that you're cursed or there's like black magic on you, you're not. You're not. You're very much protected. But it's keep saying like it's because of like a series of things that happened to you that made you feel that way. You needed to have an explanation, and like your mind came up with explanation of curses, of black magic, and they're saying no. And the more you think about it, they're saying the more power you give to those ideas. But the answer is no, you're not cursed. There's no magic on you. You're completely free to change things. And that's what the choice is all about. And again, look at this. You might have a cat as a totem. You need to reach out to your animal totem. They're saying right now it's about instincts. It's not about logic at all. Not about your mind, because your mind keeps sending you round and round. Round and round. It's like a maze. And you're like, will I ever get out? And the answer is yes, but you need to act on your instincts. The first thing that comes into your mind, the first feeling that you get. Don't overanalyze things. Option number 3. Very similar to option number 1 in the sense that there are people around you that talk a lot of shit. Yeah, about you, about relationships, about loads and loads of things. They try to convince you, they try to criticize you. And here they're saying that this is what messes your mind up, because your mind keeps hearing those messages and your body keeps telling you something completely different. And here they're saying don't try to rush things, because even now I'm tempted to draw more cards, to skip these parts. And they're saying, no, 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 sit with it. Sit with the energy. Don't try to make something go faster than it has to. It's like when you hurt yourself, it takes time to heal, and it takes as long as it takes to heal. You can't tell your arm to like quickly recover from a cut. I'm saying, no, no, no. And it's very interesting how here the owl has no eyes, but here the cat has 4 eyes. Now, it's not your mind playing tricks on you. The cat actually does have 4 eyes. So this keeps saying like sometimes in one part where we don't see things, the other part, the other sense, is screaming at us. So pay attention to what your internal guidance system is trying to tell you. Ritual. You really want to get out of some situation. This is what I keep seeing. Like there's a situation that you might not have control over, and this not knowing is literally killing you. You are not somebody who likes to be in the energy of unknown. Not at all. And here they're showing me like you feel like doors are closed. You feel like you can't get anywhere, or you feel like you might be, because of the world events right now, you can't move somewhere. Maybe you want to move somewhere, you want to go to, I don't know, South Korea, you want to go to the States, you want to go to Central Europe, but it's like something that is being, like they're showing me like, you know, when you put, like they're literally showing me putting like a glass over like a little spider or a little insect. And this is what you feel. that somebody has put like something around you where you're unable to get out of it. And they're saying no. It's the universe actually holding you back for now, so that you stay where you are, because right now where you are, it's the safest thing for you. And there's a transformation that you need to allow to take place. It's like they're saying it's a part of a ritual that you're trying to skip through certain stages. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Messages are going to be coming through within the next month, and this is a timeless reading. There are going to be a lot of messages coming through over here, whether it's from a person or from an establishment. But they're saying it's really funny because you're going to move things along just with your choice, just with your intention. As soon as you make a choice, the world starts becoming more active. It's like they're showing me playing chess, and it was your move, it was their move, and now you want them to move again. And they're like, no, no, it's your move right now. It's your move. Relocation. You will relocate. It's either you're dealing with somebody who's from a long distance, or somebody's coming through towards you, or you relocating, because for now they're kind of holding you back. They're saying, just wait a little bit. But you will find a new place over here, a new home. If you've been trying to sell a home, you will. Within the next 2 months. Like the next month, it's very important. There's a woman coming through. For some of you, there's a separation from either a toxic woman, it could be a mother figure, it could be a friend. But I mean, look at her face, the way that she looks at you, the way that she's judging you, somebody very judgmental. And you're cutting cords with this person. Could be a toxic friend, like a frenemy. So if you've been wanting to move to another location, to move to another place because of unhealthy environment in your home, it could even be neighbors. Sometimes this indicates a mother-in-law. The answer is going to be yes. And this improvement in health. I don't like to talk about health in my readings, but there's a very strong energy of improvement in health, because tree, it's very much about settling down, and being in the area where you feel you can grow. And it is an indication of vitality. It is an indication of feeling better. And you're ending, through this separation, you're ending a very toxic cycle. It's almost like a burden you had to bear for somebody else. And they're telling me you're ending this cycle. Enough. Like you keep hearing enough is enough. Maybe when you're going to be 30, for some of you, if it resonates around 36. Yeah, especially if you're 35, 36 right now, they're saying that the end is, the end of this particular cycle is very close. If it's not your age, don't worry about the age. But it's just that it came through. It's very interesting. And then they're telling me like it's a new leaf that's being turned, because here there's the energy of good luck. It's funny how you might have thought that you've been cursed and you don't have good luck in love or relationships or money or anything. And they're telling me that things change over here with the ship at the bottom of the deck. It has so much to do with relocation, guys. It has something to do with you moving forward with your life. Finally, like an energy of freedom. Like I can almost hear you shouting with joy on the deck of the ship, going, yes, finally, freedom! Like you're very happy. You're very happy. You're happy how you're going to get somewhere and where you're going. There's an energy of happiness, like even tears of joy, like a couple of beautiful tears of joy where you're like, yes, I did it. Yes. You should be proud of yourselves over here. You should always be proud of yourselves, but there's an energy of like where you like, yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. Yes, I'm free. Yes, it's working. Yes, it's a little bit scary, but I got this. And this is such a liberating and beautiful feeling. I'm getting all emotional for you guys. Oh, let's see what Tarot has to say. Yeah, look at this, the Four of Swords. They keep saying right now you need to dedicate time to rest. A lot of information is going to be coming through when you're sleeping, and through meditations, through when you're this is why this card came through first. When you clear your mind of expectations, and the choice not to expect anything is a choice as well. You don't always have to be productive or thinking or doing something. Sometimes resting is the best choice. Sometimes taking a step back and seeing how things are going to turn out is the best choice. Because it has to be a balance. And again, they're saying like you want to skip through stages. You want to skip through certain stages that are very hard. Stages of healing, stages of recovering from a loss or something along those lines. But they're saying it makes you stronger. But give yourself adequate rest over here. Right now is not the time to move forward. Soon. They keep giving me the energy of things happening very soon. A month, maybe 2-3 months. A completely different experience. A completely different experience because here, like they show me, you've learned your lesson. The Page of Pentacles is an indication of quite possibly learning something, acquiring some sort of like this stability in income. It might not be as big as you wanted it to be, but it's a possibility to maybe learn something new. Page of Wands. It's almost like your inner child is very happy over here, option number 3. And that's incredibly important because your inner child is something that drives you forwards. Your inner child is your inner compass. Your inner child is somebody who knows without logic, based on instincts, based on feelings, what it wants to do and what it doesn't want to do. And there's a very beautiful energy of love coming through. You are afraid of love. In all honesty, option number 3, you are afraid of love, of true love, because you don't know how to handle it. You don't know if you're good enough. You're afraid that it might go wrong, and so on and so forth. You crave it. So you might be somebody with an avoidant personality. And truth be told, people with avoidant personalities are the ones who might be craving love the most, but who might be suffering the most because they're not letting people come close to them. But here what they're showing me is they're saying love is a choice as well. Allowing to be loved, allowing yourself to love is a choice that you need to make. Especially when it comes to allowing yourself to be loved just for who you are. Just for who you are. Just the way that you are. And not devaluing or downplaying the feelings of the other person. Saying, no, I don't have like what can I be loved for, or I can't be loved when I'm in this mood, and so on and so forth. And they're saying no with a capital N and a capital O, just for the emphasis. To say yes to love. That's your message over here. Option number 3. All right, claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Helps you activate the energies of this reading. Helps me see that you guys enjoyed the reading. Personal readings are available. Do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. Of course, do check my Patreon page out with over 90 exclusive videos that you won't find anywhere else. And additional discounts on personal readings, practical magic, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.